everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brand Your Passion. Today I really want to talk to you about social media branding. Now, as we know, social media is a huge part of growing an online business. It's where we are all kind of trying to sell our products or show everyone our work. It's where we're connecting with other creatives. It's where we're connecting with people who want to support us and who want to buy from us and all those good things. Social media is really the place to be. And pretty much everybody is on social media. So if you're not utilizing social media, you are really missing out on a huge potential to grow your audience, to grow your business, to sell your work, to sell your services. Social media is where you want to be. But something that always comes up that people always ask me about is, okay, I've signed up to social media, I'm on like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, but how on earth do I make this stuff consistent? How do I brand this? How do I brand my social media platforms? So I'm going to give you your like one-stop shop social media handbook. I'm going to show you every platform, how do I brand that, and what do I need to think about, and what do I need to think about across all the different social media platforms. When you have got clarity about your brand, which I've already talked about in the past in different episodes, clarity is all about finding out who you are and what you do and all of that stuff that makes you super special and unique. So when you've got that clarity and then you've started to turn it into a brand identity, you've got maybe logos or colors or all of that stuff, then it's time to think about, okay, how do I then apply that everywhere? It's what I call boosting your brand. We've got a brand, now we want to boost it across the whole internet, across in-person things. Today we're going to focus on social media. How do I boost my brand across social media? And this is so important because when people look up businesses, I don't know about you, but the other place that I look at other than their website is their social media. I pretty much always jump onto their Instagram profile. Maybe I look on Facebook. I might follow them on Twitter. You know, all these places are where I'm looking to find out more information and check out pictures of their products or their work. Social media is where I'm going to find out all this. When you are building your social media and branding it, it really has to be clear, creative, and consistent. As you know, if you have been listening to any of the other episodes or if you've heard me talk about my Make Your Mark model before, this is my whole system for building a brand, is about making it clear, creative, and consistent. So when it comes to social media, it really needs to be clear. And in order to make it clear, it needs to be really obvious that when somebody comes to your profile, they know what you're about. They know straight away what you do. They can tell from your bio what it is that you offer, from your profile, kind of what your vibe is and what experience they're going to have if they buy from you or they book in one of your services. It needs to be really clear. You can do this through your bio is like the main thing. It needs to be clear, like from the outset. If you go to my Instagram page, Hollie Arnett, branding coach, and in my bio it says something about that I'm a branding coach for creatives and this is what I offer. I do one-on-one coaching and group coaching experiences. It's really clear what I do, what I offer, and if you go to my profile you can kind of see my vibe straight away. It's super clear who I am, what I'm about, and what kind of like vibe I have. So then it also needs to be creative. It's one thing to be clear, but then you also need to like stand out and be unique and capture people's attention. When people drop onto your Pinterest page or they turn up on your Facebook page, they need to be like, wow, this looks so cool, man, I want to follow you. I really want to learn more about what you're up to. You've captured my attention. I'm going to scroll through some of your posts and like some, comment on some, check out your stories. You want to capture people's attention. So your profiles need to be creative, eye-catching, unique. They need to be unique to you and who you are and represent your personality and your vibe. This is all about using those brand assets, colors, font patterns, and images and stuff to make you stand out. Possibly most importantly, you need to be consistent. Whether you are on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever platforms, however many of them, across all of them, It needs to be consistent. Someone hops on to, maybe they find you on TikTok and then they click through to your Instagram page, and then from Instagram they click through to your website. All of these things need to be consistent so that they know that they're in the right place, that you're still offering what you were offering on the other platform, that you are like the right person, that they want to be following you on these other platforms as well. It needs to be consistent. 3 of the main ways that you can do this, that you can be consistent, is through your profile photo, your cover photo, and your bio. These are the 3 main things that are on pretty much every platform. Not every platform has a cover photo, so that's fine. Your profile photo needs to be the same on every profile. It seems super simple, but not everybody does it. It needs to be the same, whether it's your logo or a photo of you. It needs to be consistent. And as a personal brand, I highly recommend this being a photo of you. And I know that that can be a little bit nerve-wracking sometimes. People don't always want to put the photo of them on there, especially if you're an artist and you're just sharing your work. I get it, but it should be a photo of you. People connect with people more than they connect with logos or fonts or whatever. And I know that as a branding person, that might sound weird, me telling you not to use a logo. Use a photo of you. Please. If you learn anything from this video and or this episode and you don't have a picture of you as your profile photo already, this is your action point for today. Go and change your profile picture to a picture of you and make sure that's the same on all of your platforms. Cool. Secondly is your cover photo. So this can be whatever you want it to be, a picture of your work, a photo of you like offering your service. It could be whatever, but it needs to be consistent again. So whether you have a profile photo on Facebook and then you have like a banner on YouTube, these should probably hopefully be the same. It just makes a really consistent, cohesive and seamless experience from people going from one platform to the other. And then lastly, as I said, your bios. Your bio should be the same or as close as possible across as many platforms as you can. So I know that some platforms have different lengths of bios or about information that you're allowed. As much as you can, make them the same. So at least have your title and your little tagline all be the same, and then if you have more room you can add more information. The more similar they are, the more consistent and cohesive and seamless the experience is going to be. So those are the 3 main things to keep the same and to keep consistent that you can brand and make your own. Let's think about all of the platforms and what else you can offer and what else you can brand on these different platforms. First and foremost is Instagram. As a visual person, this is like the place I hang out the most. A lot of creatives are on Instagram, not all of them. It's a really cool platform for being a creative entrepreneur right now. So we've already talked about your profile picture and your bio, but you can also think about your highlight covers. Those can be just block colors, icons, it could be pictures, whatever you want. Your Instagram TV covers, so if you're doing Instagram TV, you can create graphics for those, like the thumbnails of those. Stickers and GIFs, you can use ones that already exist obviously, but you can also create your own stickers and GIFs using Giphy, and you can create branded GIFs that are yours and yours alone and that fit with your brand and that other people can use but are branded to your business. And then story filters and font. You can obviously create your own filters if you want to. I haven't tried that yet, but I know people who have and they're really cool. You can also just be intentional about what filters and font you're using on stories to make sure that they fit with your brand, picking a font that fits with your brand, picking colors that fit with your identity. I pretty much always use either black, white or orange text, and I use like the normal font. I used to use the like slanty one, but they've changed that and I don't like the new version, so I'm not using that anymore. Just pick one or a couple and keep those on brand. That's Instagram. Those are like the main things that you can brand: your profile picture, bio, highlight covers. Obviously the content that you create, that's going to be branded as well, but that's a different story. Facebook, obviously again, have your profile photo, your cover photo and your about information. Those are kind of the main things on Facebook on your profile that you can worry about and that you can brand. The other things are like if you have any group, how are you branding those groups? They also have cover photos and profile photos. That's kind of it. There's not a lot you can do on your Facebook profile. All of your about information, that's kind of the biggest thing, and your profile photo and cover photo. Twitter, you're a little bit limited as well. top, there is your profile photo, cover photo, and bio. So as I said, all those things should be the same from your Instagram and Facebook anyway. You can also think about on Twitter the colors of your profile, so you can customize the button, overall theme of your Twitter profile. So that's another thing you can utilize, changing the colors. It can be pretty fun. On LinkedIn, I don't use LinkedIn a lot. Most creators will probably not use LinkedIn a lot, but if you do, there's your profile photo you can change, and there's also your bio. There's obviously kind of your whole CV, so you can think about that in a branding context, and you know, what does it say about you, and what is your like brand story you're trying to tell. So that stuff you can think about on LinkedIn too. TikTok, a lot of creators are jumping on TikTok now. There's your profile photo obviously, and your bio. I think you can only have kind of a shorter bio on TikTok. So just try and be conscious of fitting the important information in there. And that's kind of it in terms of TikTok. You can obviously brand your content itself, and you can create your own sounds and things on TikTok. So that's something to think about too. Another big one is YouTube. I'm on YouTube, been on YouTube for a while. A lot of creators are here hanging out on YouTube. There is your profile photo and your cover photo on YouTube as well that come through Google Plus, not Plus anymore, your Google account. So you can customize those. There's the thumbnails for your videos. Those can be branded and customized and made to fit with your identity. Then within the video itself, you have a few options. So there's like the intro to your video, any transitions, captions you want to put on the video, and then the end screens as well, and the music that you're using within your videos. All of these things that are within the video itself can be branded and should be. Descriptions to your videos and your channel's kind of description as well. Another thing you can think about with YouTube is the playlists that you offer. They kind of tell a story. I can have playlists that's brand strategy, and then brand design, brand consistency, or social media branding, and I'm kind of telling a story with those playlists, and people can see what I'm about through those playlists. Now let's talk about Pinterest, another super creative platform. I love Pinterest. I use it all the time. I need to up my business Pinterest game. I just love it as a platform. Cool things you can do on Pinterest. So there's obviously your profile photo and your bio. And then with your header, you also have a few options. You can do featured board. Some people can put a video there, or you can just have a photo. Like there are a few different options. You have your bio, and you can put a link in the bio. And then obviously your boards themselves. What boards are you creating covers for those pins? What pins are you making yourself, and what graphics are you using? You can brand those, and you can also share other people's pins and the pins description. So what are you putting in the description? How are you writing those, branding those with your brand voice? One more I wanted to talk about was Patreon. I don't know if you count this a social platform. There are a few cool things you can do with Patreon. You obviously have your banner on your page, your profile photo, but then you also have images like the different tiers that you offer. Those can be branded. You also have graphics for the posts that you do. So maybe you're sharing videos, updates. So these things you can create graphics for that are branded. Can be a really cool way to keep your Patreon all consistent and on brand. Maybe one last one I'll talk about is Twitch. So this is another social media platform. It's for streaming. There are a lot of creatives doing cool stuff on Twitch now. It started as a gaming platform, but now people are streaming their art and their creativity. My partner streams gaming, but he also then watches somebody who makes pottery live on stream. So like there's some cool creative stuff going on there. For Twitch, you have your banner on your profile, you have your profile photo. Your profile gives you different sections that you can have. You could have an about section, a shop section, different sections on your page, and you can create headers for those. So those can be branded as well. Within your stream itself, you can have the frame of your streams, little emotes you can create that are on brand, that are like emojis but specifically to your brand. And then you can have different animations or different things that happen when people subscribe to you or donate money, become a follower. These things you can also create branded experiences for that make it feel unique to you. Okay, so we have covered pretty much every social media platform. There are some others, but if you are curious about any others, you want to know what else you can brand on different platforms, let me know about those and I can talk about them another time. I hope that this has been helpful in showing you why looking after your social media platforms and branding them is important, how to do that. Remember, you're trying to make it really clear, creative, and consistent. So you want to make it super obvious what you do, make it stand out, make it unique to you, and then make it consistent across every every platform. Those are the key things. Remember to always keep your profile photo, your bio, and your cover photo the same across platforms. And remember that your number one task for today, if you haven't already, is to change your profile photo to a photo of you. That's huge and gonna make a big difference, and I'm gonna be really proud of you if you do. If you've got any questions or you want to talk about this anymore, you can join the Facebook group. I'll be talking about this topic tomorrow, so you can come on, join me live, we'll have a chat, answer any of your questions, and it'll be a great time. Thank you so much. I really hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, you can like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, please. It makes a huge difference. You can tap some bell that gives you notifications when I upload videos, and leave comments in the descriptions. I'd love to know what questions do you have about branding them. In future episodes, I am gonna go into more detail about like the different platforms. Maybe I'll do an episode on Instagram itself, or maybe one just on Pinterest. I'm gonna go into more detail, so let me know which of those you want to see more of, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Thumbnails plus, not plus anymore, your Google account